Hi everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, I am continuing Caselet data interpretation. First of all, we need to read the information which is provided in the given passage. According to the given passage, whatever the information is given, we need to we need to get the values according to the given information. Once you got all the values from the given information, then you can go with the questions and solve the questions accordingly. See, every time I'm saying that once you got this entire information values, then only you just go with the problems, or otherwise it is not possible to get the solutions from the given questions. Okay, first, whatever the information is given, read that information properly. Understanding each and every statement is important. After that, the calculation part is not a difficult task. Sometimes no, calculation part is not a difficult task. Only the understanding of each and every statement is very important. Once you understand each and every statement is clearly, then the calculation parts are very simple, right? Once look at each and every line carefully. See here, every year a survey of 1,000 people is conducted by World Health Organization. Here, there is a survey conducted by World Health Organization every year. This is for entire 1,000 people, total for 1,000 people. And next, WHO, that is World Health Organization, found that in the year 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 5 years, the percentage of people affected by malaria were 30 percentage, 40 percentage, 30 percentage, 20 percentage, and 45 percentage respectively. So first of all, you need to write down 2000 starting with 2005, 2005 followed by 2006, 2007, 2008, and last one 2009. In these 5 years, number of people who are affected by malaria, that is 30 percentage, and next 40 percentage, again 30 percentage, next 20 percentage, and then 45 percentage. These are the 5 years that we are talking about: 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. All these values are who are affected by malaria, 30 percentage, and the total number of people who are the WHO conducted the survey for 1,000 people every year, right? Now, in this 1,000, number of people who are affected with malaria, that is 30 percentage, therefore that particular value is 300. Next, coming to 2006, 40 percentage, it means 400. Again 2007, 30 percentage, that is 300. 2008, 20 percentage, which is 200. 2009, 45 percentage, that is 450. These are the 5 values. Here, these are the values in which all the persons are affected by malaria. Now, up to here the information is clear, and next, coming to the next statement, WHO also found that every year out of affected people, 60 percentage were student, 10 percentage were housewives, 30 percentage were drivers. So those who are affected with the malaria, and out of those affected people, that again divided into 3 categories. Some are students, some are housewives, and some are last one is drivers. Some are drivers. Now, coming to students, students are 60 percentage, housewives are 10 percentage, and next drivers are 30 percentage. Calculate their values individually. Total you will get 15 values at this position. Why? Because every year you will get 3 values, likewise 5 years. Now what are the values that you have to calculate? Here number of people who are affected by malaria in 2005, that is 300. In this 300, students 60 percentage, that is 60 percentage is nothing but 180. Next 10 percentage, that is 30. 30 percentage, that is 90. 90. And next coming to this 2006. In 2006, 400 people are affected with malaria. And next 60 percentage. What is 60 percentage of 400? 240. 10 percentage, 40. Next 30 percentage, that is 120. 30 percentage, which is 120. Number of drivers are 120. Number of housewives 40. Number of students 240. Now in 2007. In 2007, total 300 members. Out of that, these two values are same. Directly you can go with first column and second column, both are same. Why? Because total value is same. Next 2008. In 2008, 200 members were affected by malaria. Now first one, number of students in that 60 percentage, which is 120. 10 percentage, that is 20. 30 percentage, that is 60. And last one, 450 members affected in the year 2009. What is 60 percentage of that value? First of all, I will write down 10 percentage, that is 45. And next 60 percentage. 60 percentage means 45 sixer, that is 45 sixer 270. 45 sixer 270. And next 45 threes are 135. 45 threes are 135. Now if you add all these three values, 135 plus 45, 180. 180 plus 270, that is 450. Now up to here, all the values who are affected with malaria in the year 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. Total value calculated, and also among the total number of people, how many members, how many students are affected, how many housewives are affected, and how many drivers were affected in each and every year. As of now, entire information is calculated. Still one statement is left over, that is this one. The number of housewives, students and drivers were in the ratio of, here the total ratio of housewives and students and next drivers, this ratio which is given as 20 is to 11 is to 9. All together how many parts are there? 20 plus 11, 31. 31 plus 9, 40. All together 40 parts. 40 parts is equal to total how many members that we are conducting survey? 1000. Now this value becomes 1 part is equal to, here it is 25. 1 part is equal to 25. 1 part is equal to 25. Now you just calculate a number of housewives. Total number of housewives. Total number of housewives. 20 parts are there. 20 into 25. That is 500. Next total number of students. 11 parts. 11 into 25. 11 into 25, that is 250 plus 25, 275. And next number of drivers. Total number of drivers, that is 9 parts. 9 into 25, 225. These are the total number of candidates. Total number of people are 1000. Out of that, 500 members housewives, 275 members students, 225 members drivers. This is the complete information that we have calculated. Okay. Now look at the first question. Here is the first question. See, first question is, in the year 2007, find the number of housewives affected by malaria. In the year 2007. In 2007, number of housewives affected by malaria. Affected by malaria. Housewives, that is the second one, and this is housewives 10 percentage, that is 30. 30 members. 30 members are affected by malaria. Uh, that is about housewives. Number of housewives who are affected by malaria in the year 2007. That is 30. Once look at the options. Option B. Option B is the right answer for this question. Option B. Next, coming to the second question. Here is the second question. In 2009, find the number of drivers who were not affected by malaria. Basically, how you are getting this value? Who are affected by malaria, that we already calculated. So, who are not affected by? Who were not affected by malaria? Who were not affected by malaria? That is equal to total number of drivers. As we are talking about drivers, total number of drivers minus drivers affected by malaria. Drivers affected by malaria in that year. Here we are talking about the year 2009. Now, in 2009, every year number of drivers are constant. That is 225. Write down that value. Total number of drivers. That is 225. Minus number of drivers affected by malaria in 2009. Drivers affected by malaria in 2009, which is 135. 135. That is equal to 225 minus 135. That is 90. 90 members were not affected by malaria, and those are drivers. Number of drivers who were not affected by malaria, in the year 2009, which is 90. Once look at the options. Option E is the right answer for this question. Option E. Let us look at the third question. Here is the third question. What is the difference in? Here we need to calculate the difference. Difference between which values? Number of students affected and non-affected by malaria in the year 2009. First, here we need to calculate the difference between affected students, malaria affected students in the year 2006, and non-affected students in the year 2006. First, you need to calculate non-affected students. Non-affected students is nothing but total students minus students who are affected. Students affected by malaria. Now, total students in 2006. Total students in 2006 who are affected by malaria, or else total number of students are 275. Here it is 275 minus students who are affected by malaria in the year 2006. Is it 6 or 5? 2006 only. Students who are affected by malaria in the year 2006, that is 240. Total number of students are 275. Out of that, 240 members were affected. 240. Here is the total number of students who are not affected by malaria, that is 35. 35 members, 35 students are not affected by malaria in 2006, whereas number of students who are affected, that is just now we saw that value as 240. 240 members are affected. 240. And you need to calculate the difference between these two values. 240 minus 35. 240 minus 35, which is equal to 205. So, that is the required difference between number of students who are affected by malaria in 2006 and number of students who are not affected by malaria in the year 2006. That is 205. Once look at the options, 205 is there at option A. Therefore, our required answer is Option A is the right answer for this question. Option A. Next, question number 4. See the question number 4. Find the ratio. Here we need to calculate the ratio. Ratio of number of housewives affected by malaria in 2005. Housewives affected by malaria in 2005 is to that affected by malaria in the year 2009. It means we are talking about housewives only. Housewives who are affected by malaria in the year 2008. This is the ratio that you need to calculate. 2005 housewives and 2008 housewives who are affected by malaria. Once go back to the previous slide. Here 2005 housewives who are affected by malaria 30. In 2008 housewives who are affected by malaria 20. 30 and 20. That ratio you need to calculate. Here in 2005 number of housewives who are affected by malaria, that is 30, whereas coming to housewives who are affected by malaria in the year 2008, which is 20. Therefore, the required ratio is obviously 3:2. That is the required ratio between number of housewives who are affected by malaria in 2005 and 2008. 3:2. Once look at the options. Among the options, option C is the right answer for this question. Option C. Look at the fifth question. Last question in this session. See here. Which year had the maximum number of students not affected by malaria? Here, not affected by malaria. Not affected by malaria is nothing but not affected is equal to total students. Here we are talking about students. Total students minus affected students in that particular year. Number of affected students in that particular year, and that particular difference, non-affected students had a maximum value. So you need to calculate each and every year. 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. In all these years, you need to calculate number of students who are not affected. Not affected in the sense total minus affected candidates. First, total value is constant, right? Once go back to the previous slide. Students that we are talking about, that is total students are 275. Out of that, affected students 180 in the first year. 275, 180, 240, 180. Okay, first 3 years. 275 is the total. First write down all the values. 275, 275. In each and every year, total number of students are constant. 275. Now, coming to first year, 180 members are affected. Second year, 240 members are affected. Third year, again 180 members are affected. Fourth year and fifth year, we'll check it out. What are the values? Number of students affected, 120 and 270. See here, this value is 120 and this value is 270. Now look at the value who are not affected. See here, here it is 95. And next here it is 35. Again it is 95. Now here it is 155. 275 minus 120. 155. And next 275 minus 270, that is 5. Now among all these values, we need the maximum value. Maximum value is 155. Number of students who are not affected by malaria, that is maximum in the year 2008. That is the maximum value. So once look at the options. Among the options, option D is the right answer for this question. Option D. Suppose the question is asking about the minimum number of students who are not affected by malaria. That is, 2009. In 2009, only 5 members. 5 members are not affected by malaria in 2009. But here he is asking about the maximum number. So in 2008, 155 members are not affected by malaria. That is 2008. Option D is the right answer for this question. Guys, in this way you need to solve the problems based on this Caselet data interpretation. I hope you understand each and every problem in this session. Thank you. Thanks for watching.